everyone, it's Raleigh, and today I'm planning my Hobonichi Cousin for the week of October the 6th. And this week I'm going to be using this great washi, of course, from Coffee Monster Co. And this one's kind of cool because it's got a bit of a die cut to it. And it's a bit of a simpler design, not quite as colorful, but I like it. I think it's going to work well for this week. I was debating between this and there's a really nice October kit with like oranges and blues, but I think I might use that next week. So I'm going to start by putting this on the top and bottom, and then I've decided I'm going to go horizontal this week. So I think I'm going to use the right side for kind of the traditional days of the week, and then the left side I will use for my notes and to-dos and sticky notes that I plan to be using. And I'm hoping to get more done. Last week was not as productive as I'd hoped. I will show you at the end of this video what last week ended up looking like. Let me just get this set up. Okay, so I put washi on the bottom and the top, and then I've just put some sections on the right. I've decided I'm just going to put Saturday and Sunday together at the bottom. And I think I'm just going to use, I haven't done this in a little bit, just going to use some swatches of color. And I think I'm just going to write on it rather than using the labels and stickers. I'm actually getting a little low on my days of the week. It's one of the things for this week. I do want to get another order in for Coffee Monster Co. It's the only company that I use for my cousin. I just find it easier. I think they have a good variety and I like the style of it. So it's all that I've used in my cousin for many years. Get these down. And so I was holding off on doing another order, waiting for their monthly kits to come out for next year, but they're going to be a bit delayed. So I think I might get one order in between. And I think next weekend they're releasing a few things. So I'll probably get an order in and then one more, and then I should be done. I should have pretty much everything I need. I'll have to check my traveler's notes if there's anything else I need for this year, but I don't think there is as far as planning and organization. I think I need a desk calendar and a few markers I want to get, but that'll probably be it. So we'll put Saturday and Sunday on here. And next weekend is Thanksgiving here in Canada, so it's kind of nice. The week after will be shorter, and then I'm actually off the week after that on vacation, so it's going to be an interesting few weeks. So I'll put a couple of my little stickers down, so garbage pickup, and there's a couple things happening this week. I've got a meeting that I'll be hosting with my colleagues. I work from home most of the time, but spring and fall we do some group meetings, so that'll be nice. But okay, let me think about how I want to do this left-hand side. I do think I want to do some tracking. One of the challenges I had last week was work was somewhat stressful. And then I was also having issues with sleeping, which I've had all my life occasionally, but I've done really well kind of through the summer. And then I don't know what happened. Sunday night, I'd gone to a ball game. Our Blue Jays were playing last Sunday, and I got to go to the game, and it was exciting, and it was a long day, but I couldn't sleep. And so I think that sort of set me off. And then, work causing some more anxiety, although I didn't really feel it outwardly. I felt like I was handling things. I think it was there. And then every night this week, I was up in the middle of the night for a couple of hours. So it's something, I've made some improvements. Yesterday, Friday night was a little better, so I'm hoping this weekend I can reset. But I do want to make a note of my sleep. And you know what? I think I'm just going to put little circles here. And so for sleep, if I kind of fill it in as successful, it'll just mean I slept uninterrupted, which would be great. Also activity, that's something else I've been doing a little more of. I've gone on a couple trail walks, so I want to keep that up. And eating in. I did pretty well again last week, but I want to, I think, note that. And yeah, this week I'm going with I guess, sort of minimalist washi. I'm just going to go with a lot more writing. Now, for the rest of it, I think I'm going to go with the sticky note sticky note sticky note format I used last week. So Coffee Monster Co. has always had stickers that look like sticky notes, but now they have like actual sticky notes. So I think I'm going to put them down because I like the idea of having them down there and then moving them over. So I'm going to create a couple categories of to do and put sticky notes there. I'm not sure if I'll fill them in yet. It's Saturday and I'm hoping to get a couple more out of the way from last week. I was also debating whether just to move them from last week to this week, but I think I just want to leave them. So I'm going to have home admin because I really need to get a handle on my little filing cabinet and documents, and I have some kind of adulting things I need to deal with. All right, so I think this is actually looking pretty good. This was kind of the feel that I was going for. I do want to put in. Okay, I do want to put something for Thanksgiving. My aunt is hosting a Thanksgiving. Maybe I'll try putting little sticky notes in. And I'm already not sure how I feel about having Saturday and Sunday together. I thought it wouldn't be a big deal. I'll live with it for a little bit and see how I feel. I might actually end up separating them. Maybe just split the box in the bottom. But for now, we're going to put this down there. And I'm looking forward to Thanksgiving dinner as well. It'll be nice. It hasn't quite felt like fall here. Like the leaves are changing color, but it's been, I guess, unseasonably warm. It's still kind of warm and that little bit of muggy warm here, which is a little unusual. But yeah, we are firmly into fall. I think that's part of why my brain has been having trouble accepting the fact that it's October. Even at work a couple times this week, I got caught off because my brain just wasn't matching kind of what the actual date was. I'm just looking for a couple of, these are actual kind of full stickers. So I think this green looks, and I like this look of the green and the brown. It's similar to last week. I mean, it's kind of a fall thing, so it sort of makes sense. But yeah, I want to have a really productive week this week. And I'm feeling a little better, even just having had today to myself, Saturday, because September was wonderful because I got to go to see a couple shows with one of my friends, a couple comedians. I got to go to a ball game and see family. It was great, but this Saturday I think was the first one. Today was the first kind of weekend where I haven't had anywhere I had to be, which was nice. So I'm kind of enjoying today, which is why I'm doing this on a Saturday evening, which is nice. Okay, so I think that's looking pretty good. So now I'm going to do what I did last week, which is underneath where my sticky notes for what I need to do are, I think I'm going to put little circles. Now, because I didn't really accomplish a lot last week, I never did quite work out what I wanted to put under those circles. I'd had this sort of debate about, do I write the thing on the sticky underneath it? But then I decided just to put a circle underneath it. And I never really ended up doing anything. I'm still not quite sure. I might kind of work in another tracker where kind of depending on how many I get done, there might be a reward associated with it. We'll see. But that's kind of how it's going to work. So I'm going to set up, I think, at least one other section for this and maybe a third. We'll see how it goes. Hi, Ren. Okay, so here's how it's looking. So I have a couple sections for so I have home to do, admin, and habits on the left, and then just sort of the regular calendar. And then I also want to, because it's a coffee theme, sprinkle in some more of these coffee stickers that I have, because they're some of my favorites. And of course, a warm, cozy drink goes with fall. So I want to use these. Sometimes I sort of forget about some of these other pieces or other stickers that I have, but I think this is a good way to put them in when everything else is a little more minimal. I feel like it's still missing something. Maybe on the left-hand side. I don't want to put too much. I feel like we need like a green swatch of color because I think I'm going to use the beige to fill in some stuff on the right. So maybe I'll use the green on the left as like a header. So maybe I'll grab it and maybe just put, sometimes I put like not like an inspirational, but like a word or a phrase. But I kind of think I'm just going to put October in this one. Hi, Ren. Yes, you coordinate very well with all of this. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. So yeah, now it's just a matter of filling in some things in. Oh, you know what? I do want to put numbers down for the days of the week. Sometimes I don't, but I think I do. I'm just going to see. I'm trying to remember if I have numbers left. I think I do. But you know what? Since I wrote everything else, I'm just going to write the numbers in. I've also improved lately. I went through a bit of a spell, usually with my dailies. I use the daily pages and just write down some kind of thoughts and things that happen in the day. And I had kind of been neglecting that a bit, but I had gotten back to that this week. So, you know, that's something else that was positive. Okay. This is looking good. So I think the only other thing is to, because I can't fill in the stickies because I'm hoping to still get a few more things done. But I do want to fill in some things during the week because, Wednesday, I want to put in my group meeting. Let me just, another coffee sticker. Or, sorry, not a coffee sticker, a hard hat for my meeting. I work in health and safety, and we deal with a couple of industries, and one of them is construction. So I like to use this little hard hat for work stuff and a little card to show that I'll actually be going out. And I do like these meetings. I get to see clients, but I also get to see my colleagues who I talk to, and we have Zooms during the week, but it's nice to see people in person. And I'm fortunate the office really isn't too far away from where I live. Okay. So overall, I think this is looking good. I'm just trying to think if there's anything I know for sure. No, you know what? I think I'm going to have to wait and think. That's the one drawback about doing this on a Saturday, is I don't know exactly what I'm going to get done either this evening on Saturday or perhaps on Sunday. We'll see. But what I can do is I know I do have an appointment on Monday to get my hair done, so I will pop that in. Yeah, I like this. And I've been trying to have a little variety in how I do the setups each week, and that seems to be working out well too. All right, I think this is about as far as I can go. Hello again. It's Raleigh, and it is now Sunday. Sunday afternoon, and so I did go back and I did split up Saturday and Sunday, and I also filled in some of my to-dos. So I thought, since I hadn't edited and posted the video, I would show it to you now. So that's what I'll be doing heading into the week. And I had mentioned last week, so this was the setup for last week. Again, during the week, I kind of, was just sort of doing what I had to do. So I didn't accomplish as much as I'd hoped. So I only got a couple of my to-dos done. But I did like the idea of using the sticky notes and moving them. So we'll see if it's a little more productive this week. So thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.